Hello all, this is Lucid LJ here back with another audio video today. This is going to be a response to SandersRobin24. He did a great list a couple of months ago for Ring of Honor, like the top 10 matches for each year. I've only seen 2002 and I've seen some matches from the other years, but I'm just going to do 2002 as a response and maybe just talk a little bit more about the matches because he didn't have time, he had a lot of matches to go through. And I'll just start from his top 10. I don't know if I'll put mine in order. I'll just tell you what I thought of the match and the star rating and stuff. So first match on his list was Loki v Amazing Red, Road to the Title. Great fast paced match. Some nice spots and everything in this match. Only given like 12 minutes, but very short and sweet. And he gave it 4 star. I'd probably give it the same. A very solid match for the time it was given. So worth a check out, worth a watch. Probably not the best match on this list, but a good to great match at least. Anyway, next match, Paul under the American Dragon, Night of the Butcher. I think I might have downloaded the wrong match because I saw a 12-minute match from these guys, and it was probably a 3.5 star match. So maybe I watched the wrong match because he gave this 4 star. Maybe he enjoyed this match. I don't know, maybe it's the wrong match to watch, but the one I saw was like 3.5, but it was still a good match, just a bit short, and they did enough, but they didn't do an awful lot in the match, but good to watch anyway. Next match, AJ Styles v Loki, Night of Appreciation. I saw this match ages ago, so I can't remember too much, but I'd say around a 4 star match. Enjoyable. I think there are a title match later on in the list that's slightly better, maybe just because it's for the title, but I don't know, maybe we've got a little bit more time. But yeah, a good solid match, definitely worth a look anyway for a 4 star match. Then the next match, AJ Styles v American Dragon, All-Star Extravaganza. This was a really good match as well. I'd probably give the same, another 4 star match. Enjoyed it. Probably a little slow at the start, but picked up and stuff, and forget who went over in this match, but yeah, 4 star match there as well. I think Dragon had better matches than this year. AJ had probably a slightly better match later on in this list as well. Next match, Paul London v Michael Shane, Unscripted. This was a fight without honor match. This was really good. This was given like 15 minutes or something, but they did tons of stuff. Very hardcore, very brutal, blood in it, everything. It was really good. I'm gonna give it 4.5. I really enjoyed it. It's probably one of my favorite matches off this list because it just delivered. Like, it just wasn't really boring at any point, and just really enjoyed it. So had great chemistry, worked well together. Some nice sick spots. Some great stuff here. The next match is probably the stiffest kicking, hitting, punching match I've seen in Ring of Honor so far, I would say. Samoa Joe v Loki, Glory by Honor. It was so really like stiff, man. Wow, they were just kicking the shit out kicking the shit out of each other. The match wasn't tremendously long. I think they could have had a better match in terms of maybe pace, but it was very fast. Like I like it, maybe a match to start off a little slow and then build up to something. But these just went crazy, and you could see they were a bit tired near the end. But a really stiff match, and this was continuing Loki's feud with the Prophecy, I believe, in 2002. And Samoa Joe was hired by Christopher Daniels to come in and fight, but great match, 4.25. Really, really good stuff there. Next match, AJ Styles v Loki, Honor Invades Boston. This was for the Ring of Honor title. Great match, really good. I think it's better than the Night of Appreciation match. I'm going to give it 4.25. So, given pretty much the perfect amount of time. Maybe if it was given longer, they could put on a little bit better match, but some great stuff. Loki is just phenomenal in 2002. His style is great, his look is great, in ring is phenomenal. Really good. definitely up there with one of the MVPs of 2002. Definitely him and Danielson. I'd say it'd be pretty nip and tuck between them two guys. The next match is the 4-way from, I think, Crowning of a Champion. Loki v Daniels v Spanky v Doug Williams. I'm sure Sanders Robin would agree that Spanky and Doug Williams maybe are not the best wrestlers. I think they could have put better wrestlers in this final. I don't understand why they didn't. I think something like Loki, Daniels, AJ, Danielson would have been phenomenal. Or even Loki, Daniels, London, AJ, or something different. I just don't think Spanky and Williams are up to par. They're good wrestlers, but they're not great like Loki and Daniels. There's a lot of things I'd have to praise this match for, even though some of it can be a bit boring at times. I really enjoyed that they went 60 minutes, to show how they could really go out there. The arena was meant to be really hot, like 100 degrees, so for going 60 minutes, that's pretty fucking insane. The scoring system, I liked it, but I must have got confused because the last few minutes of the match just didn't work for me, so I didn't see the ending of the match. Some bits were slow. The first 20 minutes was like pretty much all submissions, which I actually didn't mind. Then it picked up for a bit. Around 35 to 45 minute mark, it was a little stale. It just looked like they were just doing moves for the fun of it. But overall, I think you have to praise this match because it's a very historical match. Maybe it's not the best wrestling. Well, it's got good wrestling, but it's not the best wrestling and greatest flow to a match you'll ever see. But because it crowned the champion and Loki got the belt, which was great, I think it was probably the best man to put it on in the match. Daniels would have been second choice anyway, at least, but Loki was just great. I wish he had a longer title run and Xavier never got the belt. But 4.5, really good match. It could I think this could have been a 5-star match if you'd have changed Spanky and Doug Williams and maybe just made it a regular old 4-way, and it could have been great. Give it like 25 minutes. 60 minutes was a little too much for me, but still a great match and very historically relevant. Next match was American Dragon Bryan Danielson v Loki v Christopher Daniels in Era of Honor Begins. This was a 3-way main event. This was excellent. Really enjoyed this. The main event, I believe, and I'm gonna give it 4 3/4. It's probably my second favourite match. Well, it could be joint with the top one. They're both really great matches. Definitely worth to see given enough time. Really great chemistry between all three guys. Worked really well in the ring, and especially on the next show. I thought the next show was great as well. With the round robin challenge, which was great. A great concept actually. It's probably been done before, but it was a great concept to see on a show so number one on his list, and it might just be my number one, would be Bryan Danielson, American Dragon v Loki in round robin challenge. Basically, you had Chris Daniels, Dragon go in the first match. Daniels won that. Then the second match, you had Loki v Daniels. Loki won that match, I believe. Then this match was like the main event, Danielson v Loki. Fair play to these guys going twice in one night and probably in total putting about 45 minutes each in. Like everyone, well, especially these two, they probably put 45 minutes. Daniels probably put around 30-35 minutes in his two matches, but this match went about 30 minutes, and it was, I'd criticise it slightly. It was very slow in the beginning. It was very technical in the beginning. I like technical wrestling, but it went very technical for at least 15 minutes, maybe even slightly longer. But then it started to pick up and started to become a really great match, and Danielson got the win, so everyone got one win on this show, which was a great way to kind of end it. In some ways predictable, but a good way to kind of finish it and stuff. And 4 3/4 as well. Just because it was so technical at the start, that's why I'm going to degrade it slightly, but very, very good match, and a great year from Ring of Honor from these matches. I'm sure there's other great matches from the year that Sanders Robin would tell you about, but an enjoyable year from what I've seen from these matches alone. Hopefully I'll get 2003 done soon. I've seen some matches from some of the years, like Bryan Danielson v Kenta 2006, which is number one for him, and Ladder War 2007 as well, and a few other matches like that. So, Sanders Robin, there you go. Peace, good luck, bye bye.